over the past 50 years or so, maybe 80 years, what you'll notice is that there's a gradual and continual slide from or towards that direction. Right? So let's say, for example, to put it very prosaically, in the beginning, the rule might be something like do the right thing. And then the second rule might be something like make as much profit as you can. But what ends up happening is that somebody who plays by that rule compared to somebody who, say, plays by the rule of make as much profit as you can, and also do the right thing. Right? So that minor shift of orientation means that the person who plays by the second rule is going to actually make more money. And by virtue of doing that is more likely to be able to, say, get more access, more power. They'll go up the ladder. They'll have more choice making. And of course, they'll have more money with which to make more investments. But it's not a very long step from make as much profit as you can and try to do the right thing to make as much profit as you can and say, do what is legal. That was actually a move. That move actually happened. And then you've got something along the lines of do what is arguably legal. And then it's not too far to say, well, do what you can get away with. Then maybe do where getting caught is less expensive than not getting caught, or the profits you make by virtue of doing what you're doing. And then even to the point of where the costs of bribery, corruption, greenwashing, manipulation, et cetera, is less expensive than the benefits of playing the other way, right? And so it's it is in fact a race to the bottom, a downward slope. But the problem is that at each step, the underlying intrinsics of what kinds of behaviors are rewarded in game A leads to movement down that slope being actually showing up as a winning strategy. And of course, then we end up with what I think many of us observe today, where a person who runs a pharmaceutical company who does not, in fact, jack up prices to the highest they can possibly get away with is in fact a loser and will end up either being bought out by somebody who's playing more aggressively, being thrown out by their shareholders or board of directors, et cetera, right? And so this is it's not a necessary characteristic of the way that human beings operate in the world, but it turns out to have been